In today's world, it feels like anxiety is everywhere, especially among kids and teenagers. As a parent, I see it firsthand. There's more pressure, more stress, and more worry than ever before. And honestly, it's tough to watch our kids struggle with things we never even imagined growing up. Now, kids are growing up in a world that's changing faster than ever. And the truth is, we're all trying to figure out how to help them navigate it. But what if there's a reason behind this sudden rise in anxiety? And more importantly, what if there are ways we can help our children grow up happier and healthier? That's where The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt comes in. In this book, Haidt takes a deep dive into why so many young people are struggling with anxiety today. He explores how changes in technology, parenting, and society have all played a role, and what we can do about it. Haidt doesn't just point out the problems. He offers real solutions and practical advice that any parent can use. The main message of The Anxious Generation is clear. If we want to help our kids thrive, we need to rethink how we approach technology, screen time, and the way we raise our children. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 practical lessons from The Anxious Generation that you can use to support your kids, and maybe even yourself, right away. If you'd like to check out the book, I've included a link to it in the description box below. And if you find this video helpful, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us reach more people who want to build better habits and happier families. Alright, let's dive in with the first lesson from The Anxious Generation. Lesson 1, the rise of the phone-based childhood. One of the biggest takeaways from The Anxious Generation is that childhood has changed dramatically. Haidt calls this shift the move from a play-based childhood to a phone-based childhood. When we were kids, most of our free time was spent outside, riding bikes, playing games, and hanging out with friends face to face. We got dirty, we scraped our knees, and we learned a lot just by being out in the world. But for today's kids, much of their social life happens on screens. Instead of running around the neighborhood or building forts in the backyard, they're texting, scrolling, and watching videos. I see this with my own boys. Even though we try to limit screen time, it's hard to compete with the pull of digital entertainment. This isn't just a small change. It's a complete transformation of how kids grow up, learn, and build relationships. And unfortunately, it's come with a big downside: more anxiety, less confidence, and a growing sense of isolation. Kids aren't learning the same social skills we picked up naturally. They're missing out on the little lessons that come from face-to-face interaction, like reading body language, resolving conflicts, and making new friends in person. As a parent, this lesson really hit home for me. It's a reminder that our kids need real-world experiences, not just virtual ones. And sometimes, the best thing we can do is encourage them to put down the phone and go play outside. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. I've noticed that after a day spent outdoors, my boys are happier, calmer, and more connected. It's a simple thing, but it makes a big difference. Lesson 2, social media amplifies anxiety. Another major point Haidt makes is about the impact of social media. We all know that apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok are popular with kids and teens. But what's surprising is just how much these platforms can affect their mental health. According to Haidt, social media doesn't just connect kids, it also exposes them to constant comparison, cyberbullying, and unrealistic standards. It's like living in a world where you're always being watched and judged. Every post, every photo, every comment can be picked apart. And for kids who are still figuring out who they are, that kind of pressure can be overwhelming. I've seen this with my own kids and the kids I coach. Even when they're having fun, there's this underlying pressure to look perfect, be popular, or get more likes. It's exhausting, and it's no wonder anxiety rates are going up. Social media also creates a kind of highlight reel effect. Kids see the best moments from everyone else's lives, and it's easy to feel like they're missing out or not measuring up. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, insecurity, and even depression. The lesson here? We need to be proactive about setting limits on social media and talking with our kids about what they see online. It's not about banning technology altogether, but about helping them use it in a healthier way. In our house, we have regular conversations about what's real and what's not on social media. We talk about how people only share the good stuff, and how it's okay to have bad days. We also set boundaries around screen time, especially before bed. It's not always popular, but I know it's helping my boys develop a healthier relationship with technology. If you're a parent, coach, or teacher, I encourage you to have these conversations too. Kids need to know that their worth isn't tied to likes or followers. They need to hear it from us, over and over again. Lesson 3, the importance of free play. One of my favorite ideas from The Anxious Generation is the importance of free play. Haidt argues that unstructured, unsupervised play is critical for kids' development. It's how they learn to solve problems, make friends, and build confidence. But these days, free play is disappearing. Between organized activities, homework, and screen time, kids have less and less time to just be kids. Everything seems scheduled and structured. There's soccer practice, music lessons, tutoring, and on and on. While these activities are great, they don't leave much room for creativity or spontaneity. As a parent, coach, and Cub Scout leader, I try to make sure there's always time for free play. Whether it's a pickup soccer game, building forts in the backyard, or just goofing around, these moments matter more than we might think. I've noticed that when my boys have time to play without adults hovering, they come up with the most creative games. They invent rules, solve problems, and sometimes even argue, but then they figure out how to get along. This lesson is a great reminder that sometimes, the best thing we can do is step back and let our kids figure things out on their own. It's not always easy. It can be tempting to jump in and solve every problem. But giving kids the space to make mistakes and learn from them is one of the best gifts we can give. If you're looking for ways to encourage free play, start small. Schedule some do-nothing time. Let your kids get bored. You'll be amazed at what they come up with when left to their own devices. Lesson 4. Helicopter parenting isn't helping. Haidt also talks about the rise of helicopter parenting. As parents, we want to protect our kids from every possible danger. But sometimes all that hovering actually makes things worse. When we try to control every aspect of our kids' lives, we take away their chance to learn from mistakes, face challenges, and become resilient. Instead of growing stronger, they start to feel more anxious and less capable. I'll admit, this one is tough for me. It's hard not to step in when I see my kids struggling. Whether it's a tough homework assignment or a problem with a friend, my first instinct is to help. But the anxious generation reminds me that sometimes, the best way to help is to trust them, to let them take risks, make choices, and learn from experience. I've started to practice this by giving my boys more responsibility. I let them walk to a friend's house on their own, or figure out how to fix a broken toy. It's not always easy to let go, but I've seen their confidence grow. They're proud of themselves when they solve a problem without my help. And honestly, so am I. If you're a parent, try letting your kids handle small challenges on their own. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it's an important step toward building resilience. Lesson 5. Building a stronger community. Finally, Haidt emphasizes the importance of community. In today's world, it's easy to feel isolated, even when we're surrounded by people online. But real-life connections are what truly help us thrive. For kids, this means having a circle of friends, supportive adults, and a sense of belonging. For parents, it means connecting with other families, sharing experiences, and supporting each other. When I think about my own life, some of my best memories come from being part of a team, a group, or a community. Whether it's through sports teams, Cub Scouts, neighborhood gatherings, or just spending more time together as a family, building a stronger community can help everyone feel less anxious and more supported. This lesson really resonates with me. The more we invest in our relationships, both online and offline, the happier and healthier our families will be. We try to host family game nights, go hiking with friends, and spend time with other families in our community. It's not always easy to fit in, but it's always worth it. If you're looking to build a stronger community, start with small steps. Reach out to a neighbor, join a local group, volunteer at your child's school or sports team. These connections make a big difference, not just for our kids, but for us as parents too. In The Anxious Generation, Jonathan Haidt offers a powerful look at why so many kids today are struggling with anxiety and what we can do to help. He challenges us to rethink technology, encourage more free play, step back as parents, and build stronger communities. If you'd like to check out the book, we've included a link to it in the description box of this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please help us out by taking a few seconds to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Finally, if you want to check out another book summary, then watch our video about the 5 lessons you can learn from Atomic Habits by James Clear.